Hello, y'all. It is me again, and I'm going to talk about some records. So, this is kind of a combination of things that I've collected and I've gotten in the last few weeks, to some that I got like a few months ago that I just haven't actually talked about yet. I got a good pile here. I'm going to try not to make this terribly long. But we all know that I'm very long-winded, and so I'm just going to get started. My friend Christy sent me a gift card for my birthday, and when I ordered, I thought I need to get something that Christy would get me, and something that meant something to her and I. And so I feel like I found the two perfect albums, and thank goodness they had both recently been reissued. And this first one is one that I have been trying to find an OG for years and years and years and years, and it was reissued in 2020, and it was actually available on Amazon, and so I'm so thrilled that I have this in my collection now. And this is the Toy Dolls, and this is Dig That Groove Baby. um, Olga, the lead singer, is just freaking incredible. He's just crazy. They've got Nelly the Elephant, the title track, Dig That Groove Baby. Poor Davy. They do a okay cover of Blue Suede Shoes. Queen Alexandra Road is where she said she'd be, but she was there to meet me, no chance. That doesn't make any sense, or I read it poorly. My favorite is Spiders in the Dressing Room. I was getting dressed late one night, and along came a spider, and I got a fright. Oh, spiders in the dressing room, spiders everywhere. Hey, hey, spiders in the dressing room, beware. Oh, Chrissy and I would just play that song, drive it in her car. And another one, I am just so happy to. This is really the only album of theirs that I am familiar with. This is their 1985 release, and the band Killing Joke. And this is Nighttime, and it has probably their only track that was like remotely close to being like popular or whatever, and that is 80s. And we're living in the 80s. Ah! Oh, so good. Shane sent this to me. This is the latest offering from Information Society, and this is Oddfellows. I believe this came out last year. I have listened to it twice. I quite enjoy it. I felt like it was kind of going back to the olden days of Information Society. A lot of samples, and it really was reminiscent of their second album, Hack. It really kind of, to me, had that vibe. If anybody's heard this and they are familiar with Information Society and they're familiar with Hack, I'd love to hear if you kind of got that same vibe while listening to it. I want to say that oh gosh, I gotta remember now because I've listened to a lot of music since I've played this. I felt like I enjoyed the second side better, or it was vice versa, but it's really not a bad offering from them. This is another one that I got a while back that I was just so insanely excited. Remastered, it's not an OG. I don't know if this has so it was originally released in 1980. I think this is probably like a 2018 pressing. Dead Kennedys. So good. What is the name of this album? Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. Oh, it says right there. And then the original had, these band members actually had heads on them, and I guess they weren't happy that they were on the back of this cover. I learned that information from John Bip Boom. So thank you, John, for that information. And then the other interesting thing about this cover that I also did not know, that this photograph is from a riot that took place after Harvey Milk was murdered. And so that's pretty kind of got a bit of history on it. So Dead Kennedy's very good at making their political statements. So on the front here it says, remastered from original studio tapes, includes double-sided photo. So I'm sorry about glare. I know that there's like this big thing in the world right now of shrink or no shrink. We all have our opinions and our thing. It is probably something that is dated back since I like the way the shrink looks on it, especially if it has like a hype sticker. And so to me, it's shrink all the way. If I can keep it on there, I will. If it is torn and it's tattered, then I take it off. But if it's like this, a nice, beautiful, and I still put it in a plastic sleeve because I want to double protect the cover. And then I keep them in the original. For the most part, I do keep them in the original inner sleeve. It's worked for me for 20 years and really hasn't done a lot of damage. So there's with the inside there, that person there. But that's actually, I didn't open it to show you the album because you know I do that very rarely. So it says includes a double-sided poster. So I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. Like maybe it would be something. Do you see the look on my... This is a double-sided poster that would be in a fucking CD. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know that I actually would have hung it up, but would a poster this is not. I don't know, maybe 8 by 10. It's not a poster. So if I got it out of my CD, then okay, maybe. But I'm like, you freaking put the basically innard of a freaking CD in there. And I feel like it has lyrics. I'm not taking it out to look again, but yeah. I was just like, what? Stupid. So excited that I found this. I have been wanting to get stuff of his for a while. I believe Robert Fitton suggested that I get this particular album. I do want to find the one that has the Mustang Sally up. Oh, excuse me, but I was able to find this, and this is the exciting Wilson Pickett. And this has In Midnight Hour, Land of a Thousand Dances, I'm Drifting, She's So Good to Me, You're So Fine, Barefoot, and I mean, and it is the OG mono pressing. It does have a little bit of scuffy sound to it, but to me, like these older albums, especially like a mono pressing, I kind of like, I know people are like, oh, I don't want pops and clicks and I don't want that. But to me, like growing up, I feel like maybe like most of the records that my parents owned, they didn't take care of. So I am so used to hearing kind of that scratchy sound. Now, when the songs are playing themselves, they sound beautiful. It's that in between that it has that scratching sound. And I don't mind it. It brings me back. And I feel like an album like this, though, yes, I would love to have a copy that did not have that kind of scratchy sound. But like I said, when the songs are playing, you can't hear it. And it's beautiful. I love that I have a mono press. I was really excited. They actually had a stereo pressing, and I chose to pay like $1 extra to get the mono. But very excited about Wilson. I know that we're going to get a lot of listening. I don't know if a lot of people remember them. When did this album come out? 1983. 1983 is not when I heard the song that I know off of this album. It was definitely in the 90s because I remember dancing in the clubs to it and just thinking it is the best. This is the band Laid Back, and this album is called Keep Smiling. Song I'm referring to is White Horse. If you want to ride, you ride the white horse. And if you want to be rich, you gotta be a bitch. Rich, you bitch. Look at them. Aren't they fancy on their palm tree little island there? They had the 12-inch single. The 12-inch single was the same price as the album. So I was like, oh, I'll just get the album. It's terrible, but I would have paid the same price just for the song White Horse, so why not? Which The price was $3 for either or. I don't see a lot of them ever, and so if I see something by them, I like to pick it up. I think this is only the second time I've ever seen it. I have one other album of theirs on vinyl. I have a lot digitally, but UB40, and this is Little Bagaridium. This is an EP, and this was from 1985, but this is the one that has their cover of I Got You, Babe, the Sonny and Cher song, with Chrissy Hynde doing the female vocals of it. So I have not had a chance to listen to this yet, but I'm very excited about it. I love UB40. I love all the Labor of Loves. I think there were 4 or 5 of those. The first 2, I think, were issued on vinyl. The third one might have been. I know definitely the first 2. And I have Labor of Love 2. That's the only other one I have on vinyl. Jim Reeves. I've talked about Jim Reeves a lot, and Jim Reeves he's a classic voice. Truly a voice of a generation. One of the greatest voices ever, if you ask me, and in my opinion. And I have such fond memories of my mother listening to Jim Reeves, and I know that everybody notices that a lot, that there's a lot in my collection that is infused with memories of my mom, and I miss her every day of my life. So yeah, this album though, this has I Love You Because, and that is the song that my father dedicated to my mom, and that is the song that in his dying wishes, he wanted that to be sung at his service for the love that he had for my mother. So Jim Reeves is very special to me, and that song, very special to me. So I'm glad I have a lot of Jim Reeves in my collection. I did not have that particular song, and I felt like I needed it. And I know almost every song off of this album, so I'm really happy to add Gentleman Jim to the collection. I love this profile record. It's a giant single. Look at that. It's a giant single. And it truly is. What does it say? Overboard Park. Oh, somebody wrote Overboard Park on there. I don't know what the hell that means. But this is Boys Don't Cry. Not to be confused with the Cure song and album. I want to be a cowboy, and you can be my cowgirl. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi, yo, yay. This is a lot. Okay, we're 12 minutes in. I apologize. Apologize all the time. But I warned you at the beginning that I'm probably not going to be able to make this short, but we're going to try. So I believe this album came out in 2003. This is Chevelle, Wonder What's Next. I believe this is their debut album. Brothers who ended up hating each other, and then the band disbanded, and I think they've done other stuff, but I think only one brother's in there now. I don't know a lot about them. I do know that this particular album I fucking love. Send the Pain Below, Comfortable Liar, Forfeit, The Red was the first song that I heard by them, and I saw the video, and it's just like, yeah, fucking Chevelle. So good. Yeah. I had to get this. It is so good, and everybody's gonna make fun of me. Ali and AJ, yes, Disney girls, but these are sisters, and yeah, there's stuff that they did in the 2000s. It was teeny bopper kind of stuff, but they kind of reinvented it. And what I love about them is that they've really kind of put in this 80s new wave synth pop kind of inspiration into their music with these emotional lyrics and these stories. And I can't remember which one it was, but one of them recently went through a divorce. And so a lot of the album is about that and just very specific. There is like The Symptom of Your Touch. There's a song called Stomach. I just get tore up when I listen to it. But I think because like I was personally going through kind of the same type of thing in my life, that this album just really connected to me. This is the deluxe edition. It has 4 tracks that are not on the original release. And I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet, but I do have this digitally, and I have played this a lot, and I really, really, I know, think I'm corny. And the album title, A Touch of the Beat, gets you up on your feet, gets you out, and then into the sun. Long title. All I need to. Don't put another dime in the jukebox. I don't want to hear that song no more. The Flirts. Does anybody remember The Flirts? I think that was pretty much the only single or like hit they ever had. But yeah, does this have a year on it? Not that I can see. This is a promo copy too. No, because it's got the years, the MCX666333. Yeah, that I don't know. Like, I would say like 83, 85 or something like that. Sorry, things popping up on my stupid phone telling me my battery's dying. That's okay, we'll get this. I'm really excited about this too. Gang of Four's debut album, 1979, Entertainment. Oh, it's so good. I forgot how good this record is. I have not had it in so long. We're grateful for his leftovers. I love the little like things on the back. Look how happy they are. I spend most of our money on myself so that I can stay fat. I really, really, really like that. And then this whole thing here, look, the Indian smiles. He thinks the cowboy is his friend. The cowboy smiles. He is glad the Indian is fooled. Now he can exploit him. So, pretty crazy shit there, yeah. One of the guys, I think Jim, died in 2020. Yeah. This is another one I got a while back. It was a Black Friday record store day. Big Mama Thornton. I do not like the cover. I do not like the reissued cover that they did. This is Sassy Mama. It is a live recording. It is recorded in Montreal, Canada in 1977. And it is so freaking fucking-tastic. I mean, it's got Hound Dog, Rock Me Baby, Ball and Chain, just so... I love Big Mama Thornton, and I do not find a lot of her stuff. And so anytime I can find anything of hers, I will get it. This was also a Black Friday record store day thing, and I just picked it up. They had all the record store leftovers for 50% off, so I got it for $11. And John Legend, this is the only album of his that I feel is worth owning. And I don't mean that in a rude way. He has a lot of great singles and a lot of great songs. This is the only album of his, once again, that I actually enjoy the entire record. The first single, Save Room. PDA, We Just Don't Care, like that is my jam. A Slow Dance, and I saw him, he opened up for Sade, and yeah, he's a great performer. This is something really interesting that I found, and well, apparently this was a Black Friday record store day thing too. So this is called Love is a Drag. It is for adult listeners only. I believe this came out in 1962. And then somebody found it in like 2012 and then had it reissued. But what this is you know, Lover Man. He's funny that way. My man, the boy next door, the man I love, he's my guy. So it's all love songs to men and is actually sung by a man. So in 1962, that was kind of like, that's why it says for adult listeners only. Sultry stylings by a most unusual vocalist. Watch out for the gays. They will take over your music too. So pretty fascinating. This guy, Gene Howard, beautiful voice. Beautiful. And these songs sound really beautiful. in that perspective. This is a band that I recently heard about. I can't remember. They're not American. And I don't know if I'm Agar. Kind of like, I don't know, like more Chiba, Portishead vibe, kind of trip hop, but not really. This is The Dog and the Future. And so the first record is The Dog. The second record is The Future. I enjoyed the Dog record more than the Future, but they're both great. And I love the first track off the first side. Sorry about the carpet. Oh my god, I'm 20 minutes. Okay, I just got a few more here. I apologize. I know you guys, you'll probably shut up. But maybe if you fast forward, please listen to me talk about this. Now, I have heard several people talk about this record. Mike at HubTunes, I think, was the most recent one that I saw. And so I streamed a couple of the songs, and I decided that I would take a chance and I would get this album. I am so, like, it took me like 2 weeks to take it off the turntable. Like, I could not stop. Like, this is one of the best recordings to come out, like, in the last, like, 10 years, in my opinion. Like, this album is fucking, you know, like, that word is a sweet spot for me. So, Lady Blackbird, Black Acid Soul. Oh my god. It is like she reached in through my veins, pulled my insides out, grabbed my soul, shook it, and was like, motherfucker, listen to me. Like, she, every inch, like, I can't. Like, if you have not heard this record, and I've heard, you know, people have compared her to Nina Simone, which the first track, Blackbird, was written by Nina Simone. I feel some Nina vibe there. I feel more of Nina's soul, if that makes any sense, rather than her voice. This girl, I looked up her actual name and I forgot what it was and whatever. We just know that she is called Lady Blackbird and she's a freaking genius. And this is just pure freaking gold. And the song, It's Not That Easy, just and fix it. I'm just gonna stop. Okay. Here's another one that I heard of and I grabbed her and I thought, Amethyst Kaya, I think is how we say her name. Very strange. And I can't remember who I heard talk about this. It might have been on one of those What's in Your Bags, because I watch a lot of those from the Amoeba records. And yeah, she's pretty. I feel like a Tracy Chapman vibe with her. You know, folky singer, songwriter, but there's times that I almost feel like maybe we've got to, like, it's almost like a little bit of hip hop in there, but not really. So I don't know how to describe this, but it's pretty phenomenal. I did pick up a reissue of The Highwaymen, which is, of course, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, and Waylon Jennings. So, yeah, it's just great. And I love that, you know, they did Deportee Plane Wreck in Los Gatos, because Dolly Parton once did a cover of that as well. And yeah, I really dig some Highwaymen. There's one reason and one only reason. This is pretty interesting though. This is Let the Rhythm Lead, Haiti Song Summit Volume 1. And right here is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous redhead by the name of Jenny Lewis. And she's on 2 of the tracks, but she does vocals on the song Under the Supermoon. So it has kind of that, you know, world music, whatever you want to call. Jackson Browne is on here. Jonathan Russell, Jonathan Wilson, Habib. It's really interesting that I found it for $8 and thought my Jenny's worth $8, so it's pretty cool. And then really excited that this finally came out, and this is Sinead O'Connor's. A lot of her stuff is not available on vinyl, and this is so far the best of Sinead, and this just has a lot of songs that I have. Most of her albums that have been released on vinyl I have, but this does have a lot of songs off of Universal Mother, and then a lot of like her B-sides and stuff and soundtrack songs, so yeah, I was just really happy to have Thank You for Hearing Me and Fire on Babylon on vinyl, so really cool. And Tears for Fears new record, The Tipping Point. It's actually a really, really good record. I mean, their first, and it came with a 7-inch B-sides, and I haven't listened. I forgot about the 45, so I haven't listened to it yet. But the album itself is really good. I listened to it 3 times. Yeah, first album together in 18 years. I've got 3 more. Or 4 more. Sorry. Cigarettes After Sex, their debut album. Freaking fantastic. I do want to get to the second album, Cry. Kind of hard to find that one. It's a little more pricey than this one. I don't know why. Did get a reissue of Mamas and the Papas Deliver. I got it off a website that I got it for half off because there was a bent corner. Like, that's not the biggest, so it was normally $30, and I got it, or no. I got it for like $10, so I was very happy about that. And this has Dedicated to the One I Love and Creek Alley, because nobody's getting fat except Mama Cass. And the Book of Mormon soundtrack from the musical, and I freaking love it. I saw it twice, and I just was very happy that I was able to find this and finally add that. And then the last thing is this one I got a few months back, but I realized I never actually talked about it, and that is Lee Moses and Time and Place. And this man is so underrated, and more people should know about him. And definitely check him out if you haven't. He does the most amazing cover of California Dreaming that I feel almost surpasses the original. And yeah, this is incredible. I wish it sounded a tad bit better. It sounds pretty good, but these vinyl, check this out, and then I'm gonna bid you. Look at that shit. So awesome. But yeah, it's on Maple Records, so it's not horrible. It sounds pretty decent, but I wanted it to sound a little better. And I don't get too hung up on that, because I'm just happy to have them on vinyl and be able to listen to them, and as long as they sound listenable, then I'm not going to complain. So all right, well, that is it, because damn it, we're almost into 30 minutes. So hopefully I haven't bored the shit out of you, and that you guys have enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody who does watch my videos and who is still subscribed to me and who's still tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Please feel free to comment. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I don't ask that a lot, because I don't. It's not what my channel is about. But yeah, please leave me comments. I love interacting with everybody, and I really appreciate everybody's feedback, and I want to know if you've heard any of these albums and if any of this stuff is exciting to you. So thank you so much, and I hope everyone is super duper awesome, and thanking you.